Dragon Ball, Dragon Ball Z, and Dragon Ball Super are all property of Funimation, Toei Animation, Fuji TV, and Akira Toriyama. Any and all footage or images have been used for the sole purpose of critique or parody, and as such are protected under fair use. Please support the official release.
Hey, how are you? I'm SliceofOtaku, and in episode 86 of Dragon Ball Super, the case of Oob is once again brought up when Dende informs Goku that a young boy living in a small village is an incredible martial arts talent who he should teach to properly utilize their power. This young boy being the reincarnation of Kid Buu. Initially, Goku isn't too keen on training someone else, claiming he isn't too good at it. But after hearing about the boy's ties to one of his greatest adversaries ever, he becomes excited and is all for it. But even after Zeno-sama's tournament is over, I doubt Goku will immediately seek Oob. Because remember, Goku is still training himself under Whis. For him to take on a student before he's learned all he can would not only be a hindrance to his own development, which I doubt he'd like, especially if Vegeta were to continue his training regardless, but it would also unnecessarily limit what he can teach Oob. So this pretty much directs us towards an imminent time skip once again. From here, we would most likely see a retelling of the end of Dragon Ball Z, in which Goku faces Oob in the World Martial Arts Tournament, later making him his student afterwards. And that's just what I want to talk about, Goku training Oob. And because Goku's gonna train Oob, I feel as though I have to mention Goten. Because throughout Dragon Ball Super, hurdle after hurdle has prevented Goten from training with his father. And to take it a step further, hurdle after hurdle has prevented Goten from being with his father his entire life, and now it seems like Goku is gonna be training some other kid and paying a load of attention towards him. And that's hurtful. I mean, I would really love for them to do something with this, have Goten be upset or jealous. Right now, he's kind of an empty character. There is nothing extraordinary about him personality wise, and his interests are nothing special either. He's basic. And guys, I'm not hating on Goten. I love Goten. Goten is one of my favorite characters of the entire Dragon Ball series. I even had a PlayStation account back in the day named after the kid. Like, I love Goten, and it's one of those things where I just wish he was treated better. I wish that his character was handled better, and that's how I feel with a lot of characters in various shows that I watch. Goten has a ton of potential, not only as a fighter, but as a character, and I'm hoping that when they introduce Oob, they're not just gonna throw away Goten and just forget about ever giving him a chance. At the very least, I'm hoping that after the time skip, after Goten is aged up a bit, there can be an interesting dynamic between him, his father, and possibly Oob. And in a way, I sort of see Oob as the son Goku always wanted. Goku always wanted to train Gohan when he was just a child, but Chi-Chi was not having it. It was a struggle to even, get him to train. He didn't even want to train many times. But in the case of Oob, I feel as though he'd have a lot more freedom and could raise the kid however he wants to. And considering that, I'm also curious what kind of person Oob will turn out to be afterwards. And I'm hoping he maintains his own individuality, because God knows we do not need another Goku duplicate on our hands. And in terms of power, Oob is gonna be dumb strong. We've seen the results of a little bit of training for various former adversaries at this point, like Frieza, like Majin Buu, and now 17. All of them reach incredible new heights. For Oob to be born this powerful and be trained consistently from a very young age, man, it's very clear that he's gonna be ridiculously powerful. And you know what? I just thought about something. Typically, in shonen anime and manga, when a character is being trained by someone else, they're typically the focus, the focal point. This happened to Gohan and to a lesser extent Goten, because they were at one point intended to take up the mantle from their father Goku. They were going to become the main character, but the fans did not approve. They wanted their Goku. They wanted Goku to be the main character forever. So what does this leave for Oob? Will Oob be the focus? Is he going to be, in a way, the new young and fresh main character? Because typically in a shonen series, you want that young male character for your audience to relate to latch onto and feel as though they can be as powerful and they can do all this and that. And if you look at the current landscape of characters, you'll notice that, Goku and Vegeta, they're getting up there in terms of years. They're getting a bit old. And suddenly a whole new generation of characters are being slowly introduced. You have Bulla, you have Pan, and now you have Oob. And in a sense, to be their sort of predecessors and guides, you have sort of the middle generation. You have the Goten, you have the Trunks, and I'd even say the Chaba and whoever this new female Saiyan is. She looks to be around his age group. We're slowly but surely seeing a change in roles, and Oob could essentially, after his training, be the sort of centerpiece that Goku is currently. And does that mean that they're gonna get rid of Goku altogether? No. If they haven't done it already, they're not doing it anytime soon. It's not gonna happen, I don't think. I think that it's more likely he'd be on another level, like God of Destruction maybe, I don't know, but let me know what you're thinking. What will the introduction of Oob do for the series, and how will he turn out? Leave that in the comments, and if you found anything I said to be interesting, leave a like on the video and subscribe if you haven't already. Thanks for watching and have an awesome day. I love you.